it's the rematch from the group stage. Both of these players play against each other already, though it's kind of invalid results. So
I don't want to say play per se.
Yeah.
I think that's stretching the term somewhat. So those of you who don't know, because a lot of you might not have been tuned in for this.
That's true.
Yes, what ended up happening was BratOK and Stephano found out that the winner would play Sen. And neither of them wanted to do that.
Yeah.
And as a direct result, they put on some interesting strategies, let me put it that way, in an attempt to lose. BratOK opened up with a 2-Ghost no-cloak nuke rush, which absolutely failed. Then Stephano went into game 2 with a blind 6-pool all-in with drones. And, of course, then ended up losing. And the final game was Stephano expanding to his opponent's natural, and his opponent then battlecruiser rushing him. But BratOK was actually winning that, and then he GG'd out.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. There's a bit of a flaw in the tournament system, which was resolved for the other half of the bracket. So
lessons are learned, and it no doubt will not happen again. But let us focus on the game, which you will now see. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you in the yellow trunks to the northwest of this particular map. His team is Imba FXO. He is the one and only BratOK. Let's make some noise for BratOK! And to the southeast, terrifying French player from Millennium. Perhaps the best ZVT in the West. In fact, almost unquestionably the best ZVT in the West. Playing Zerg in the pink trunks, it's the one and only Stephano!
And to be honest, I'm thinking about American players and so on, and I don't think there's a better Zerg player right now than Stephano. I mean, you've got players like Idra, Machine, Spanish World, Destiny. Those are all very good players, but not on Stephano's level by far.
I don't think so.
Obviously, in Korea, we have Nesty, and
he's alright.
I mean, Lucera and a lot of other Zerg players, but right now, outside of Korea, to me, and what I've seen throughout this entire tournament, Stephano is up there.
Yeah, I think he's up there with Nurcio, honestly. We'll see how Nurcio performs in the first offline event that he goes to. I think if he performs really well there, then he's definitely got some competition. But two really powerful Zerg players, both European, both very, very dangerous in their own rights. And Stephano, as you have repeatedly pointed out, which of course was also pointed out by Day 9 when he focused on this, is his ZVT is most likely the best in Europe.
Yeah, and I mean, going back to that point of what you said with Nurcio and so on, is Nurcio is, I mean, when I think about Nurcio, my opinion about him, I had a lesser opinion of Stephano before going into this tournament. But now he's gone up with the likes of Demaga. Demaga, to me, before Stephano came in, is heads up above Nurcio and Stephano before this tournament. Now, Stephano's up there. He's gained respect from me and from a lot of other viewers as well.
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, I'm looking forward to Nurcio's performance tomorrow, actually, in the European Blizzard Invitational. And he's got something to lift up to if he's anything like Stephano.
He really, really does. Nurcio's been doing incredibly well lately. He is the destroyer of online cups. Stephano has done similar things, I have to say, although not on the level of Nurcio as of yet. But after this performance, I think that people will consider Stephano easily to be Nurcio's equal. Whatever the case, let's talk about this game. That is a very rapid expansion to the back, and it is Crevasse, so I can't see why you wouldn't do that, particularly against Zerg.
Yeah, I mean, a very macro-based build like BratOK loves to do. One Rax Expo, it is very vulnerable to some form of bailing bust, but that's not really going to happen here. You know, speed has not begun. We haven't even seen the second or third gas being taken yet, so it's not going to happen here. So BratOK's looking in a good position here. He's got the double gas, nice and early. And from what I remember of BratOK's playing, you know, he's got a lot of different variety with his Zerg, with his Terran versus Zerg. We'll be seeing a fast third. I mean, yeah, this is exactly how we played against Morrow, and then followed with that will be that factory.
Well, the question is, does it work against Stephano? More to the point, and Stephano is not a passive ZVT player, not in the same way that Morrow is. That's something you need to really think about. Is that really going to do the job? Whatever the case, we will certainly find out. No real indication as of yet of what Stephano actually wants to do. Just droning up. He's got a Spine Crawler on the way up, just about to deal with any initial Hellion or Reaper play into the base. And, of course, we've got that Metabolic Boost well on the way.
And we do have a Reactor onto that barracks, and then a factory behind it.
May there be Hellions.
May there be Hellions eventually. We do have a Spine Crawler anyway, though. She's going to get into great position, which will prevent Hellions. And Overlord's in pretty good position so far for Stephano. There is one coming up to the left-hand side, which will see this third command center if it does poke in, even with that Marine there. And excuse me, we have another one on this right-hand side, and also one's outside of that natural Stephano. So the Overlord position is really good. The Spine Crawler's in good position. and another spine crawler being thrown down, because if you look in the vision of Stephano, he sees not much, and this could be a blue flame Hellion attack. He's obviously seeing the BratOK playing against Mora as well, so there are vulnerabilities with Marauders and Hellions and so on, so he's playing nice and safe, going up to that layer as soon as possible. Yeah,
very smart. He did spot the reactor coming down. He didn't see the factory, but of course he's got to make an assumption at this point that that is coming in. And this base is just drop city, and every Zerg has to fear that. So he wants to secure the front, so at least he doesn't have to dedicate units to defending it directly, and then he'll be able to respond to any kind of drop at the back.
So we have 11 Evolution Chamber going up, and so safe already. If he feels any threat from Banshees, which they are inevitably coming as Cloak is now on research, he can immediately throw it down a Spore Curl and be completely safe, as he has 3 Queens. The creep spread is already crisp. Look how fast that is spread now. It's only at 7 minutes and it's already out there. Another Revolution, oh no, sorry, an Infestation Pit coming down nice and early. So Stephano not playing for the standard Spire build, for the standard Muta, Ling, Harassment and so on. He's going to go for very early Infestors. And this is, you know, a style we've seen a lot of Zerg players taking up recently.
Yeah, the double evolution chamber and the infestation pit is an interesting combo, and I have to wonder just how wise it really is against Cloak Banshee, however. And Stephano doesn't really... Did he actually? No, he did not. He didn't see the starport at all. Hell, he couldn't even confirm that the factory was there. He knows that the third is there, but it's been sitting around for a while, and he is, as you can see, most likely expecting Hellions. He's pushed his spine crawlers very, very far forward, and as a direct result, I would be really concerned about what this Banshee play can do to him.
Yeah, and I don't think they will do too much, because the Banshee now, you know, it's only just left the base of BratOK. The Panathen Glands is being researched as well. I mean, does he have? He doesn't have any Spore Crawlers. He will have a Fungal Growth though very, very shortly, which will be able to lift the vision for that Banshee.
Yes, it is. And now he's going to attack the Spine Crawler, which is never a good idea. But whatever the case, BratOK just simply testing the defenses, making sure he knows what's exactly going on. Does the Zergling see it? No, it does not. In comes the Banshee, the interception. Actually, Stephano was perhaps thinking about sending his Queen up there, and that's now no longer happening. I think he saw it on the way, because the Overseer is on its way as well. Some damage is going to be done here. He's going to need to be a little bit careful. If he follows him all the way into the base, that Banshee will be very quickly annihilated. Is he going to get out of there? Absolutely not. A bit of indecision there from BratOK, who loses that Banshee, and Stephano shuts that down easily.
Very easily. A lot of money invested into the Banshee, into the Cloak, immediately shut down. And now we have 2 Infestors on the way already, so early. 1 Fungal Growth on these Hellions. All of them are dead instantly.
Yep, there's no doubt about that. And BratOK will have to do some fairly amazing splitting in order to avoid that. We know that he's good with splitting. We've seen his Marine splits against Banelings. They are absolutely incredible. Does he have the firepower to deal with it? If he's able to avoid that and actually then go and do some real damage, I don't know. I mean, Stephano's already sitting on +1/+1 with Speedlings and really good creep spread. So that is questionable. What a great fungal grab that was. He nails him down right there. And we've got a couple of Infested Terrans, and that is cleaned up without an issue.
And he did see that 3rd macro command center, so I'm going to guess that Stephano knows about that expansion going down already.
Yeah, most likely.
And Stephano, look at the creep spread. It's absolutely amazing. I'm such a fan of Stephano in this matchup, and now in ZVZ as well. And look at this, he's going to go ahead and take a 4th base nice and fast. This is absolutely amazing play. Hive, everything so far from Stephano is just absolutely perfect.
Textbook, absolutely textbook. Neuroparasite is an interesting choice considering what he's going up against, but we'll see. And there we go, a quick surround right there. He takes bare minimum damage, easily cleaned up.
I don't know.
This is just silly.
So whitewashed. There's no mistakes whatsoever. His money's low. His supply is open. His drone count is at 59, a nice comfortable drone count. And he's got 28 lings coming. And everything that BratOK is trying to do right now is just getting shut down. He's losing vision of the map. The creep spread is continuing to push out and out and out. Looks like a small country.
It kind of does, honestly. I was afraid it was going to swallow the Hellions because it was getting awfully close. But whatever the case, this double drop right here from BratOK, perhaps. I know he was loading up 2. Where on earth did the other one go? He's dropping it down here, and he's going to pressure the 4th with that. So this will be a combination drop in effort to try and do damage to at least one side of Stephano's base. But there are a lot of Infestors moving out. Stephano is already well aware that this is coming. Spore Crawler coming down and a Spine Crawler. So any attempt to drop that natural will be denied aggressively, and of course he's going to get caught by a Fungal Growth if he's not careful. BratOK, if he's sensible, and he certainly is he's going to go and bypass that completely and go for the main.
So the Ultraless Cavern has gone down now, as well as Adrenal Glands. +2 ground carapace and +2 melee attack as well. And in comes this drop. And he's going to do a little bit of damage here. 2 Spine Crawlers will delay it though. A few drones going down.
Fungal Growth nailed down the majority of the drop in the main, and of course we did see the drop down by that as well. I'd like to have a quick look at 5 workers killed by BratOK. It's really not all that relevant considering what he's up against. Ultraless Cavern so early is an interesting choice, considering that the vast majority of Zerg players at this stage are going for Broodlords.
Yeah, I mean, think about all the money BratOK's invested to harass the drone line. This is 2 Cloaked Banshees, 7 Hellions in total, and now 2 Medivacs and a lot of Marines. 5 drones, is that really what just happened?
It's not worth it, is it? It hasn't done anything. Stephano doesn't care, and I can hardly blame him. Adrenal Glands, this is just Ultra Ling. When was the last time you saw Ultra Ling? I suppose with Infestors, though, it's going to be incredibly effective.
Ultra Ling is very, very strong, especially because they're upgraded very well as well here. And, I mean, we've seen Ultraless being used already in this tournament, but the thing is they weren't used combined with Infestors. And once the Infestors are in like this, I mean, Ultras just instantly demolish the Terran army very, very fast. And BratOK now is getting ready to take a 4th base, but Stephano just doesn't care.
No, he doesn't. He's completely chilled out. Stephano actually has a smaller army supply count. The thing is, we'll have a look at BratOK's upgrades. It's not very good. Not at all. And these Marines are not going to do anything to Ultralist with that amount of armor. Chitter's plating upgrade is coming in. He's got a couple of Ultras, and he's spawning once more. Now, Stephano taking a few tank hits. Doesn't really need to worry too much about that. He's got great map control, and BratOK is forced really to be ultra defensive on this area until a planetary fortress comes up.
Yeah, and as soon as it does, he can start to kind of scroll down very, very slowly and pull these tanks and start sieging up on this 4th base, but it's going to be very difficult, to be honest. I mean, as soon as one bad positional move from BratOK, immediately Stephano would jump on that with these Infestors.
Yep. Now, he does know the Ultraless Cavern is there. He did land a scan earlier, so he knows what's coming. The question is he prepared for it? Is anyone really prepared for such a big, nasty combination of units? Level 3 armor on the way. Level 3 melee will not come in. He's going to use the Ultraless to tank a lot of the damage, charge in, and a Neural Parasite to follow that one up, which then fires on the Marine count. And this is horrible right now for BratOK. However, he still has a lot of Marines and a second wave of tanks right there, but those are still Neural Parasited. Siege tank takes a ton of its own kills. Really nicely played there by Stephano. Is he going to continue shooting? Yes, he is. You have no Marines left, BratOK.
These siege tanks done so much damage. Looking at the kills, it's so high. And he takes it again. More supply depots all going down. Just sitting comfortably on top. Maxing back out. 60 lings. 4 Ultras about to pop. Upgrades are continuing to come out. Stephano's taking a 5th base on this right-hand side as well.
My god, so much Neural Parasite. All hail the Hypno drone right here. And Stephano is going to be able to just hold this for as long as he wants, really. He's got so many Infestors. Oh, punishment. No, no more of that. Thank you very much. Killing it now is probably a good idea, but I think this is actually a glory tank right here for Stephano.
He's such a sick position on this higher ground.
It's really nice.
It again, but he's got to be careful not to let fires come in from there. He just kill it in the end.
Yeah.
Nice position from BratOK, though. To be honest, he is in a really nice thin line, a nice defensive position on 4 bases. He can get ready to take a 5th base. So by all no means is BratOK completely out of this. There is a drop coming down on the south side now. 2 Marauders and a couple of Marines, but should be cleaned up quite easily, as Link should go there immediately.
Yeah, there's so much creep spread. It's incredibly easy. Well, you just throw an Ultralisk at it. That works too. Hey, let's see what I've got. Let's play. And unfortunately, BratOK is not going to be able to do an awful lot, honestly. Ultralisk takes a little bit of damage, nothing he really needs to worry about. And Stephano now moving around just to make sure that these expansions are nice and secured. And BratOK's just not being able to do anything this entire game.
I mean, he's got another drop going up north now. 2 medivacs full. 3 medivacs actually. There's another one joins the fray, but I think the drone sees it, and he will be able to destroy this hatchery almost immediately, or he's actually going to go ahead and just drop one of these medivacs.
Yeah, it's pretty sensible, honestly. There's no point in really overcommitting to that and easily getting caught out of position. Stephano manages to nail down a small group of bio, and the Ultralisks go in. They have a lot of armor right now. They're about to finish +3, and they have +3 weapon, which makes it unbelievably dangerous. And Stephano doesn't even lose an Infestor right there. Fungals it. I don't know, he seemed very loath to waste a Fungal on 2 Marauders there.
What does it mean when you have 5 bases, though? 2 medivacs full of units coming down the right-hand side. Already, Stephano waiting to intercept.
This is unbelievable when it comes to a display of absolute, complete, and total control. And there we go, rather quickly picking up that as he gets out of there. But Stephano's looked entirely relaxed. this entire tournament. He's not been worried at all. Even in that big ZBZ, he seemed to be really, really well composed, and that is actually quite impressive considering his age, and his lack of LAN experience. But at this point, he's having a laugh right now.
And yeah, I mean, the thing that BratOK just has done though with these drops is he did kind of accomplish to get into the middle of the map, to get good position. It's very, very important to do so. The tanks are at +2, and they are very well deep, but look at that.
Big charge around the side right there. He collapses the flank with a force of ultras that are about to crash right into the middle of those tanks. And what do +3/+3 ultralists do? They do that. Devastating attack right there, and he continues with the charge, and he should be able to annihilate this planetary fortress fairly easily as well. Infested Terrans in the mix right now too.
Yeah, I mean, the planetary fortress is going to go down very, very shortly. Followed by that are all the SCVs and all this. At the same time, look at the supply. 185, it never drops. And he's got 62 links coming out, 7 more infestors. The economy of Stephano is so good.
Into the tank line he goes, and where he stops, nobody knows. BratOK is losing every tank you could possibly imagine, and now Stephano with +3/+3 is dominating this entire map. I don't really see what BratOK can do here. To be fair, I've not seen what BratOK can do in the last 5 minutes of this game at least.
Well, I'm looking at 21 minutes to be honest, and 177 supply now, 103. BratOK does have this north base though with a planetary fortress, but he's just completely getting demolished, outplayed. Stephano's taking the top right bases as well.
As you were saying about the planetary fortress, let's see how long this survives when he's got nothing to repair it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds.
Yeah, and even units in the middle now. Infestors are going to get caught off guard a little bit, but Lings do come in.
Yep, and Stephano, once again, is actually really reduced in terms of his ultralist count right now. That could be a little bit devastating. The thing is, BratOK's actually firing on the wrong targets at the minute. He needs to bring down an ultra. Now, finally, it has gunned down in a blaze of glory. However, he's crashing through this with yet more units. Way more reinforcements coming in, Zerglings and ultralists. And honestly, BratOK has kind of been out of this game for a while. He is holding on by the skin of his teeth. It is 84 supply to 170 as Stephano continues to force his way through there with the ultralists, backed up by a ton of infestors. And this is a massacre.
This is absolutely incredibly one-sided. This is Stephano at his best in his best matchup.
GG, ladies and gentlemen.